Search in Texas. Last hour, officials said at
I wanted to watch the full video.
119 people have died and even more remain missing. In New Mexico, residents experienced similar panic during
That's crazy, dude. Look at that.
What they called it floodwaters. That was yesterday. A river 3 surged from less than 2 feet to
This is the one with Bill Nye. I wanted to hear everything he had said.
In less than an hour, at least 3 people were killed. Nearly 100 people were rescued.
A really big flood just came, like a wall of flood. It came and it started going through, and that's when I started recording because it got so wild so quickly.
Ooh, man, that thing is going like Noah's Ark.
Once in a 100-year flood in Chicago, a quote 1 in 1,000-year rain event. That's all just this week. Joining me now to try to make sense of this and more is Bill Nye, the science guy.
Yeah, Bill Nye. Woo!
It's good to be
Bro's a
here.
freaking legend.
I really am sorry for all the trouble.
It's terrible. And so just that last part of what we were describing, you keep hearing once in a lifetime, once in 100 years, once in 1,000 years. At this point, it's not anymore. It's just where we are with the climate and the environment.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's, as we like to say, our side of it, the science side of it. This is exactly what was predicted. It's very difficult to tie any one weather event to climate change. However, the warm weather events are actually easier to tie to climate change. And so the other problem that happened in the hill country in Texas is this business of the Balcony escarpment, where the air mass got lifted. So it spread out and the rain came down even faster. But it'll happen again, to your point. And everybody's talked about this for years. And the technologies for warning systems exist. You know, where people have.
Big surprise. Whenever I was talking in a few videos back where a bunch of dickheads were like, well, a warning system wouldn't do anything, bro. They exist for a reason, dipshit. Like, what are you talking about? I'm sorry, Bill Nye. I don't mean to curse over you. I'm so sorry. Please forgive me, Bill Nye. Don't hate me. I'm just sorry I had to correct some stupid people that haven't been naturally selected yet in my chat. No, they exist for a reason, and stop giving these politicians excuses. Stop. You're hurting everybody. You're hurting everybody in your community. Read a book every now and then. Stop watching Coco Melon, okay?
Have tidal or tsunami events.
Pop the penis out of your mouth, all right?
These sort of warning systems can be put up, but you got to get to higher ground very quickly. And the point that I believe was being made in the video a moment ago was the mass of the water. A 20-foot high mass of water in a half hour is
yep.
You can't just float your way out of it.
Yeah.
No, you can't.
Over. Everybody knows you pick up a bucket of water, you know how heavy it is, and you get a lot of water going that fast. So, what are we going to do about it is the ancient question, and it would be to stop burning fossil fuels. When you're in a hole, stop digging, and so on.
Yeah, but they're not going to do that.
Been very successful in getting organizations like the U.S. Congress to think that it's really not happening.
Well, and the first 6 months of the Trump administration, we've seen.
And you know why it's so easy to convince them that it's not happening? Because their families aren't the ones that are getting washed away in floods and dealing with this. And the amount of devastation is because they're too busy taking money to keep the Epstein files closed and taking money from all these big businesses. And, you know, they'll never know what it's like to be down at our level where we're struggling. And then you get something like a once in 1,000-year flood that comes and washes everything you spent your entire life to build. So, of course, they wouldn't.
An end to some of the federal efforts on not just fossil fuel, but other efforts that had been in place government-wide to promote alternative energy.
Yes, to be the world leader, to have the U.S. lead the world in renewable energy sources, so that we would be able to export our technologies, and people would want to come to the U.S. to learn how to do this stuff and so on. So
yep.
The opportunities still exist, but we do need to turn things around. And this is, of
How do you
course,
feel
you're
about
getting my
that?
side of the story.
Well, I mean, it's the science side.
Yeah, well, yeah. And, you know, I'm a big fan of this, everybody.
I kind of feel like if you want to be, they should, look, I know that there's a lot of people that are like, oh, well, term limits, you know, we don't need term limits. If someone is in there doing you know, the right things and they know what they're doing, but obviously they don't. The entire country's in turmoil. We've got people fighting each other all across the country. There are riots. We have the cost of living you literally can't get a goddamn house. You can't find a fucking job. You can't go to the store and not spend $300 on like 7 items. Like, obviously things aren't being ran correctly, but somehow you get a politician that's supposed to make $100,000 a year making millions. Don't know how that happens. That's amazing to me. And then on top of that, we don't have term limits on these people that are actually like going out of their way to completely annihilate the country. And I feel like if you're going to be a senator or someone who's going to go up, you need number one, you need a master's degree. Number two, you need to renounce all citizenship to any other country other than the U.S. And number three, once you, they need to have term limits. That's what they need. You need to have a master's degree in some sort of science or, something that shows that you know what's going on. And not just science, but like other things as well. Because it's obvious that the people that are in power. Oh, and you also, number 4, it should be completely illegal to take on any other assets while in your term.
Oh yeah.
The U.S. Constitution article. I like the.
Like you're not able to invest in stocks when you know something like the stocks are going to go up or down because of some bill that you passed that would ruin a business. That should be illegal.
Show this to people. Article 1, Section 8.
They should make it to where whenever you become a senator, you have to give up all assets to a family member or something. So that way, like you stay in a government-funded house, you get a government wage for the 4 years that you're there, and you're not allowed to do anything other than focus on reading bills and passing new ones to assist the country. Your job is not a vacation. Your job is to fix the country. That's your freaking job. Do your job.